I'm Genevieve West. I'm a matchmaker and personal consultant for marriage-minded singles in Portland, Oregon. But I actually wanted to talk to married people, married Christians in particular. So I've heard from a couple of different people that they've heard from several people, married people, that the relationship with God changes once they're married. Like the single life with God is like the sweet spot. And everything after that, I don't know, is stifled or something. Married people, if your relationship with God is stifling since you've been married, it's not God's fault. I know that sounds a little harsh, but this is the way that God designed it. God's design is not going to be stifling. He created you to be one with your spouse. Yeah, your relationship with God's going to change, but for me, it's gotten deeper. It's flourished more. And the first time that I heard this from a single, I'm like, really? Like, I've had the opposite happen for me. Like, I am tighter with God now than I was before because I've had to rely on Him more to get me through all those selfish moments in marriage and to work through conflicts with my husband. And I'm like, well, maybe it's just me. So I went to ask my husband, and I'm like, all right, you got to tell me the truth because this is for like a blog post or a vlog or something. Like, you got to tell me, how is your relationship with God since we've been married? And he also said that it's deepened, that it's gotten better. I'm like, okay, it's nice that it's not just me and that I'm not stifling my husband. So I asked a couple other married people whose marriages I really respect, and they said the same thing. This is how it's supposed to be. If marriage is like a working model of Christ and His church, then your relationship with God once you married is going to be better. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to love it more. You're going to love your spouse more because of it. So married people, if this is not what you're experiencing, if you're not experiencing this flourishing, deepening, mind-blowing relationship with God since you've been married, have people praying for you. Have your spouse pray for you. Maybe seek some biblical marriage counseling or something. Not that your marriage is rocky necessarily, but you might be missing out on some really good parts of marriage that God wants for you. So I really encourage you to seek out some marriage counseling, biblical marriage counseling. If you need a couple references or whatever, email me, mrsgwest@gmail.com. There's a little contact thing at the bottom of my blog. If you go to mrsgwest.blogspot.com, I can give you some names of people in your area. But don't just settle for a mediocre relationship with the Lord just because you're married. That's not the way it's supposed to be. God's design will not be stifling. Okay, bye.